y'all. You surprise me every day. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all of the likes. Thank you for all of the comments. Thank you. I think I found my tribe too. Yeah, I think I have. And let me just give you a little bit of story about how I came to call myself a heathen. So there's three things I've known about myself since I was a little girl. My stepfather was a minister, and he was a Baptist minister actually, and he and my mother fought and tried to kill each other on Saturday night, and on Sunday morning, he was in the pulpit. And I'll never forget him talking about how if you weren't a Christian, you were going to hell. And at 6 or 7 years old, I rejected that. I've never been baptized, but I will say over a lot of my life, I tried to fit in. I've never called myself a Christian. I've never called myself really anything. I've studied I've studied all of the religions of the world, including Buddhism and Hinduism and Taoism, as well as, the big three, if you want to call them that. And there have been times when I've gone to church, and most of the time when I went to church, I would be underwhelmed, to say the least. On top of that, like I said, I've always been an artist from the time I was a little girl, and my mother did indulge that. And I want to say one other thing about the religious thing. So, yes, I did realize that my stepfather was a man and all of man's failings, but I also had a friend that I grew up with who was very religious and still is, who actually told my fiance that I was lost and that I needed to be saved. And I've never felt that I was lost. I've always listened to myself. And this is part 1. I'm going to do a part 2 rather. This is Dr. Lori.